Hello, and welcome to a safe space. Today, we're gonna do a little therapy. Today, I'm going to be answering all of your questions, concerns. We're gonna do some Andrea's advice. It'll be fun, it'll be deep, it'll be all the things. First and foremost, I'm very excited to announce that we have a sponsor for this video. Everybody give it up for Blessa, because not only are they sponsoring this video, but I love them, genuinely. Their products are, I have their products. So like I said, this video is sponsored by Blessa. You've probably heard of them. You've probably seen them all over the internet, and for good reason. My friends at Blessa and I are sending out literally free vibrators, free. Let's all just be real for a second, okay? There's no need to be hush hush. These are the best on the market. I'm so fucking serious. Like, I have every one of their products. This one is called the Pebble. It's got the suction up here, and then the bottom is just a vibrator, so you can do either. Not to mention, Blessa is a bi-woman company for all things sexual wellness. Their mission is to empower everyone to embrace and explore their sexuality. Literally all you have to do is sign up for my giveaway and you'll get a free vibrator and a gift card. That's literally all you have to do. This pink one is my personal fave. It's small, compact, it has a bunch of different settings, and I love that it's dual, so it's got the suction or the vibrating side. I'm gonna sign up for my own giveaway, if I'm being honest. I'm gonna put the link right here as well as in my description. It's so simple, so easy. Literally just sign up and your life is gonna change. You have no idea. So thank you again, Blessa, for sponsoring this video and changing my life. Cheers, girls! So like I said at the beginning of this video, we're going a little therapist mode here today. Therapist? Did I say that weird? We're gonna talk about our feelings. We're gonna talk about our emotions. We're gonna talk about things that probably are really uncomfortable to talk about. But luckily for you, nothing is uncomfortable for me to talk about. And I don't know if that's a blessing or a curse, but we're gonna run with it and I'm gonna give you the answers you need. I'd also like to just put a quick disclaimer that I know nothing. So please take my advice with a grain of salt and don't blame me if your life implodes. Here we go! Caroline asks, how do you fully let go of someone that you know isn't right for you? Honestly, it takes time. It takes a lot of time. I think just reminding yourself that this person isn't right for you. Like, I used to keep little notes in my phone of things that exes had done in previous relationships that were just so hurtful and that I wouldn't want my future person to do to me. And I go back and be like, ah, yes, this is why this is not my person. And it's just easier because with time, the more time that goes on, it's so much harder to remember the bad and so much easier to remember the good. Keeping a list of all the shitty things they did to you to remind yourself is one of the best things that worked for me. Desi asks, I need help on how I can navigate through my 20s. You've come to the right girl. As a freshly 29-year-old, I've really had the realization over this last 6 months that the 20s are so not serious. Like, you are still figuring out how to be an adult. And I feel like there's so much pressure depending where you live. Like, I know in LA, if you're in your 20s, you're fucking ancient and you're on the way out, sis. But I've realized that the 20s are for fucking up. It's for figuring shit out. It's for making mistakes. It's for learning. Give yourself grace. Give yourself grace and allow yourself to learn and make mistakes, because somebody going through life never making a mistake is impossible. And it's gonna happen. And so when it does happen, don't beat yourself up, learn from it, and move forward with that knowledge in a better way. Mila asks, how to stop hanging out with bad influences in high school. I'm feeling like such a big sister right now. There's two paths. I'm gonna tell it to you straight. There's the hanging out with bad influences to be cool or edgy, or there's the not do that, maybe not get invited to as many parties, but have a happy, healthy, successful life. You see the difference? High school is so temporary. There were so many things in high school that I thought were the end of my world. And I think back and I'm like, why did I put so much care into that? Not to say that it's not important at the time, because it is, and that is your whole world when you are at that age. But try to take a few steps back and think of future you and what you want for her and what kind of life you want her to lead. And set her up for that. Start setting her up for that now. Amber asks, what's one thing you could tell someone in active addiction right now? I would say you don't have to live like this. There are other options, and they may seem impossible and difficult, but they're not. And I think that you deserve a better life. Even if you don't at the moment, I think you do. Kelly asks, how do I decide if college is right for me? I didn't go to college. I didn't even graduate high school. I have no room to talk. I have no knowledge on the matter. To be honest with you, I don't think I should even answer this. I know nothing. All I would say is follow your gut and do what's best for you.
Don't do something or go somewhere because you feel pressured to.
What do I know? What do I know?
What do I know? What do I know?
Nothing. I don't even have a GED. I'm fucked. You know what I mean? I don't like to think about it.
Dana says, broke up with my perfectly good boyfriend because I realized he isn't my person, but I feel shitty. Honestly, I think that's a tremendously brave thing to do. A lot of people stay in relationships because it's easier than having the hard conversation. And if there isn't some big blow up, it's like, how do I break up with this person? But I think that you breaking up with your perfectly good boyfriend because you realized he isn't your person is a really commendable and courageous thing. I've definitely been the person that stayed in a relationship when I knew it wasn't my person because it was easier and it was more comfortable. But you knew in your gut and you acted on it. And I think that's fucking awesome. Stephanie, hey Steph, hey girl, says, how does one keep the positive thoughts flowing, especially when life ain't flowing for you? A hope and a prayer, a good cup of coffee and a cigarette. You know what? There's a lot of bad in the world, but there's also so much more good. And I think just trying to actively seek out positivity and vocalizing it when you do find it is a good way to kind of train your brain to look for that rather than the negative. Did any of that make sense? Sometimes I just say words and to me it makes sense. Hope that helps. Kate wants to know, how can I stop caring about what others think of me? The best advice that I've got regarding this, and it's gonna sound so fucking simple and you're probably gonna be offended at how simple it is because I was. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares in the best way. Realizing that no one actually cares or pays attention to you as much as you internally think people do is the biggest blessing. And it sounds so harsh. It's like, what do you mean fucking nobody cares about me? But then you take a step back, think about it, and it's like no one really cares what I'm doing. There's so much more enjoyment in life when you do the things you want to do because they bring you joy and they're your interests and you feel free and you're yourself, rather than pushing some of that shit down to make the other people around you comfortable. Fuck that. Tay wants to know, is it bad to be talking to someone right after a breakup? No. It depends. Listen, you wanna know my real opinion? I don't think it's bad. Some relationships are dead 6 months before they actually end. I think as long as you go about it respectfully and the ties have been cut and you're not doing it just to hurt the other person, we're all humans. You know, do what you gotta do. Just don't hurt people while doing it. Ooh, Rachel girl, Rachel wants to know how to learn to be happy alone. I feel like I can actually answer this pretty well because I'm alone a lot. By choice, I think. I'm alone a lot. I think the biggest thing is just letting go of that like unspoken pressure that you have to have friends to go and do things. I go and do things by myself all the time and I have so much fun. There's no one bugging me, no one rushing me, no one saying, no, I wanna go here, not there. No one saying, but I wanna eat there and you wanna eat here. Just having a day for myself. It does take time and loneliness sucks. It's one of the worst emotions to feel, but once you're truly comfortable with yourself and you can go out and do things, people naturally come to you because your energy is just happy and content. Does that make sense? Sometimes I just yap and I stop and I'm like, what did I even just say? Taylor would like to know, how do I stop thinking someone hates me when they're not overly nice? Andrea would also like to know the answer. Yeah, I get it. When somebody isn't like super nice to me right when I meet them, I'm like, oh, so you fucking hate me. You're planning my downfall. You want me dead. You're poisoning my drink. Truth is, not everything is about us. Ooh, I hate it. I know. But it's so true. Not everything is about us, girl. It's not. Somebody could just be having a bad day and then they meet you and they've got so much other shit going on in their head that they might come across a little rude. But it's not about you. It's not about you. It's not about me. And that's okay. Jessica would like to know what I would tell my 23-year-old self. I would tell her to buckle up because it's gonna get a little rocky here. It's gonna get a little rocky. I would say buckle up and take your Prozac, girl. Gwen asks, do you ever reminisce about the prime Fab Forever times or do you prefer the peace you have now? Would I ever go back in time if I had the chance? No. Do I reminisce? Absolutely. It's wonderful to think about all the memories and all the crazy opportunities we had at such a young age, but I literally don't think I would survive if I had to relive that time. I'm so far removed from that life now that it's nice to think back, but girl, stay the fuck away from me. We are social distancing from that era. at all times. But it was great. Like I don't look back at it with hatred or like, ugh, but we don't need to go back there, you know? I'm not gonna say her name because I don't think I should with this one. But my girly poo says, I absolutely hate my roommate's boyfriend and he's over all the time. Help. Honestly, you know what would be a power move? Move out. Move out. Move out. If she wants to have him over all the time, guess what? He's the new roommate. Fork up the cash. You go get your own place, live in peace and solitude, and let them do what they gotta do. Or you could be like mature and sit down with your friend and be like, listen, I really don't appreciate him being here all the time. And if he is, he needs to chip in for money. But I would just move out, to be honest. But that's just me. I'm a runner. I run from things. So I am. Oh, Casey asks, what do you think about guys who are in a relationship liking posts of girls in bikinis? Let me just break this down real quick. It's disrespectful. It's gross. And if you catch your man liking girls' pictures on Instagram in bikinis, you have two options. Befriend that woman, start liking all her pictures as well and commenting on them, so when he goes to like them, he sees that you already have liked it. That's some crazy bitch shit. I'm sorry. Old me's coming out. Old me's coming out. Or just find some slutty men and just start liking all their pictures and like, you know, an eye for an eye. It's bad advice. It's bad advice, and I know it is. Break up with him. That's really what it should be. Break up with him. Trash. There's still some toxicity that lives deep inside me. We're working on it. Nia wants to know, how do I accept/move on from the mistakes I've made and not dwell on them forever? I've made a lot of mistakes, especially in active addiction. Dwelling on them forever would have kept me in an active addiction. You have to find a way to forgive yourself and accept that what you did is not who you are. Accept that you're human and humans make mistakes, but humans can also learn and grow, and that's what you're gonna choose to do. Last question, Anna wants to know, is love a feeling or a choice? I think it can be both. You can feel love for someone, but to love someone despite all their flaws, any mistakes they make, to stand by them in hardship is a choice. That is a choice. How you love someone is a choice, but to love someone is a feeling. Does that make sense? I think I might have actually made sense on that one. He gets it. Like I said at the top of this video, I don't really know anything. And I really mean that, not in a bad way. I am so okay with the fact that I am learning as much as a newborn baby. Everything is new to me. I am learning so much. I am in fresh sobriety. I am figuring out what I want to do with the rest of my life. I'm 29. I don't own a home. You know what I mean? And that's okay. That's okay. You don't have to have everything figured out. I hope that the overall message from this video is that you are okay exactly where you're at. You should enjoy where you're at, even if it's not where you want to be. That's what life is about, making the best of where you're at, enjoying the ride. Enjoy the ride. I've spent so much time miserable with everything that I just want to enjoy the ride now. And I hope something in this video helped you. And if not, we'll try again. There's always next time. Thank you again to Balesa for sponsoring this video. There's truly nothing like it, and I highly encourage you to sign up for the giveaway. All you have to do is sign up. It's literally free. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a little chaotic. I've been wanting to do a sit-down video for a while, but doing a lot of vlogs, but the vlogs are not done. We have some serious stuff going down this week that will be vlogs, and I'm very excited about. But until next time, I love you so much, and I will see you soon.